Loads of it. £350 million.
On Saturday the 9th of February, Winchester hosted an anti-Brexit march. Over 1,000 Remainers turned out in support of a second referendum. There was also a vocal attendance of Leavers.
Why don't you care? We want the vote. Why don't you care?
We went on the same campaign group's bus tour for a day last year. We went down to this march to get a feel for the movement a year on.
I believe that those of us who are in Parliament will stop this ridiculous nonsense of no deal. Potentially a disaster. Half the government understands that, and they've got to step in now and stop it.
We'd be very happy with no deal. I mean, after all, we were told in the 2017 manifestos for the general election by both Conservatives and Labour that we would be leaving the single market and the customs union, and that's what everybody voted for.
There's a growing demand for a people's vote to end this Brexit crisis. Now that people can see Theresa May's deal, they know it's 39 billion for less good trade and for isolating us in Europe, and there's huge public demand here, and what Parliament should do is speak for the people.
We won, you lost, accept it, get over it, get over it.
Hey, I will never get over it. We're doing this to save your future and your children's children and your grandchildren's future. Yes, it is.
You don't love your country. We want our country back.
Stuff like that.
Leave with no deal. What's the deal? Hey, what's the problem? You've got no faith in this country.
He doesn't know anything anyway. You know nothing. You haven't been. You know nothing. Sorry? You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Hilarious! Hilarious! Stupid little prat.
There's so much hatred in your
You don't have my permission to use that film.
We're in a public space.
We're in a public space. Anger. It's unbelievable.
Nothing much has changed. Both sides are sticking to their guns. The People's Vote crowd seems to have grown. They want another vote, while the Leavers at the march seemed happy with a no-deal Brexit. At this march, they seemed to enjoy throwing playground insults at politicians, whether they were instrumental in the Leave campaign, like Boris Johnson,
Theresa May, it's just a game.
or if they voted to remain, like local MP Steve Brine, but see Brexit as the result of democracy.
Last time I had gammon, it was soaked in brine. We did invite Steve Brine to come and speak to us today. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. As we know, he voted Remain. He supported Remain, as did Theresa May. He is now backing Theresa May's deal. Shame on you, Stephen Brine. Shame on you, Stephen Brine.
Stephen Brine should be here. He's the Member of Parliament for Winchester. There are thousands of his constituents who are here. The least he could do is come and speak to them and meet them. And the message from this demonstration is that he should regard himself as properly accountable to the people of Winchester. He should meet with them. He should then make his own judgment. He shouldn't hide away, as he's been doing this afternoon.
So there's a lot of talk about Steve Brine today, who's our local MP. There was a chant of shame on you, Stephen Brine. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know the guy. I mean, I barely recognise his name. He's not exactly a prominent Tory MP, but
he's a public health minister.
Pardon?
He's a public health minister.
Well, I think that's probably because so many of the ministers have quit the government. They're filling up ministerial jobs, but. No, I would hope he makes common cause with some of the sensible people in the cabinet who are saying they'll quit their jobs if no deal goes ahead.
Steve Brine gave us a comment on how he felt about the event. The vast majority of MPs are working in the national interest to secure a deal that gives safe passage out of the EU and allows us all to move on. If some of the smaller parties want at this critical time for our country to take themselves out of the debate altogether and grandstand, that is their decision, but it isn't mine. Coming to this march a year on, we heard "we won, you lost, accept it, get over it." We heard there's growing demand for a people's vote. We heard we're happy with no deal. We heard stop this ridiculousness of no deal. We've come away knowing that people have chosen their side. Is Brexit now, as one marcher said, a religion